What's up, cousins? It's your boy, your bro, your favorite cousin, DJ the Singer, and tonight we gotta talk.
You show me I will do it, baby. If you teach me how to love you, I will do it. All the pain you've been through, I refuse to take you through it, baby. If you teach me how to love you, I will do it. I promise I'll prove it. Such a salient pain.
The results of the Diddy trial are out, and I know you guys see the internet buzzing, treating this case like it's just another trending topic. And I'm just gonna say it, and I may ruffle some feathers with this one, but especially to my black people, why do we take everything as a joke? Why do we take everything as if it's comical? There's nothing about this that's funny. A man is being accused of some of the most vile and violent and disgusting things imaginable. And y'all are outside the courthouse screaming, "More oil, more oil." Really? Even if it was an inside joke from a podcast, what about human trafficking is funny? What about sexual assault is hilarious? What is hilarious about real people trying to survive and overcome real trauma? Is this what we've come to? Before I take some time to unpack this and give you guys my thoughts, welcome back all of the returning cousins. If you're brand new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and while you're at it, go ahead and share this video with your social media circles. Also, before I jump in, I also have to do my plug. I have a new mixtape that is on all streaming platforms right now. Go ahead and stream that in your free time. It's called Prelude. It was what it was. I'm trying to get my streams up, so I really appreciate that if you guys check it out and share that with your social circles as well. So I want to open up the conversation with this question. What if it was your daughter? What if it was your mother, your aunt? What if it was your sister? What if it was your girlfriend or your best friend? What if she came to you scared, broken, and trembling, saying, "This man abused me and controlled me for years. This man hurt me"? Would you say she's clout chasing? Would you question the validity of what she's telling you? Would you say she planned a lick, DJ Funk Flex? Would you laugh? Because that's exactly what's happening right now. For starters, I want to say that per my research, Cassie didn't just accuse Diddy of being controlling, but she laid out 11 years of constant physical and sexual assault, drugging, coercion, manipulation, sex trafficking, and psychological warfare. And it wasn't just her. Since Cassie's settlement, other women have come forward, including Puffy's former assistant, Capricorn, and former Danity Kane member, Dawn Richard. In addition to those women, we've seen testimonies from a slew of former employees, security officers, the list goes on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just gossip. This is a pattern, okay? I've also seen people question, what is a RICO? I thought this was a RICO case. First of all, do you all even know what RICO stands for? RICO stands for Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. This act was put in place to take down the mob. So what that means is if at any point prosecutors could prove that Diddy used any of his organizations, his assistants, or any of his industry power or influence to abuse, manipulate, or traffic women, that's a RICO case. Hopefully that adds clarity. And that's why this case isn't just about one woman. It's about organized harm protected by silence and power. And while we're on the subject of power, Diddy had power. Diddy had money, he had fame, he had access, he had influence. What does the outcome of this case say about him? What does the outcome of this case say about his children? What does it say to any of the survivors watching this? What does it say to his supporters that have supported him regardless of what? What does the outcome of this case say to the next Cassie, to the next possible victim, to the victims that are out there right now? I can tell you, for me, someone who has been a victim, at some point or another, what it says is, with the right amount of power, with the right amount of money, with the right amount of influence, I'ma get off. I'ma get over. I'm not even passing judgment. I'm just telling you what it looks like. What it looks like is, regardless of what the crime is, if there's enough money on the table, if there's enough influence on the table, if there's enough fame or access on the table, I'm exempt from accountability. And that's a very dangerous message to send, because you have people currently in abusive situations that want to speak out. But because of the outcome of this current situation, because of the fear that they won't be believed, because of the fear that somebody is going to ridicule them or make jokes about their situation, they won't come out. And we're all watching this in real time. And speaking of power and influence, let's look at those with power and influence and what they have to say. Judge Greg Mathis, who is usually on the side of justice and straight talk, criticized the denial of bond, citing it as unfair.
Now you know that Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted of interstate transportation of prostitutes, two counts, and has been denied bail.
Ray J was seen on Instagram Live loudly playing Puffy's music repeatedly, almost in celebration.
We made hits that'll rearrange your whole set, and got a Benz that I ain't even drove yet.
Yes, the big charges got dropped. No, he should have been cleared of all things, everything that was on the paper.
Now, I want to pose a question. What if Brandy was one of those being assaulted? What if Brandy accused any man of any type of assault, physical abuse, you name it? Would that be the same outcome? Just some food for thought. Comedian Lunel said it best, simple and chilling. Nobody cares what men do to women. And it's sad AF to me. I want to highlight someone who has always spoken up. Former member of multi-platinum group Danity Kane, Aubrey O'Day, who states, "My heart is with Cassie, a woman who deserved a life and career free of fear." Simple, powerful, and direct. While a slew of celebrities loudly expressed their disappointment and disdain for the outcome of this case, there were also a handful that expressed opinions full of ridicule and flat-out ignorance. I mentioned earlier that DJ Funk Flex stated that he didn't believe Cassie was a victim, that he believed that she planned this lick. And again, the question that I ask, what if it was your mother, aunt, sister, friend? Would you be calling them a lick? Would you be saying that they planned this? Come on now. Come on now. Tiny from Escape was found in the comment section saying, "People want to charge you so bad for being freaky is nasty work." What? That's the take? Let's not forget that not too long ago, T.I. and Tiny were in the same position because over a dozen women came forward and accused them of coercion, drugging, and sexual assault. And while those cases were eventually dropped or dismissed for lack of evidence, the story still didn't vanish. So when you ask the question or make the statement that being freaky is being punished, ask yourself, is it being freaky when people can't consent? Is it nasty work to hold someone accountable for something that causes them a lifetime worth of trauma? We don't get to cherry pick who we believe based off who makes the best hits. Accountability is accountability. And if there's accountability for Diddy, then there needs to be accountability for everybody. Now, out of all of the celebrity comments, there was one in particular that stuck out to me like a sore thumb. And that comment came from Boosie, who basically said in so many words, he was glad Puffy was free.
And I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. And I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know. And people always, Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids.
So we're celebrating a man who has been convicted of a federal prostitution-related crime. That's what this is? Boosie has been loud about his comments about protecting the kids. What about the children? What about the kids? But sir, what about your own son? These are the opinions that people ingest and digest. What if it was your daughter? I have to keep going back to that. Like, I know that's probably getting on y'all's nerves at this point, but I have to ask the question. What if it was your daughter? What if it was your aunt, your sister, your mother? What if? I said this earlier, but I have to reiterate. This is not about solidarity in hip hop. This is about accountability, okay? You cannot protect a predator while cheering on another one. And you certainly can't do it when your own child's safety hangs in the balance. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Changing gears, you know, accountability does not always come from the inside of a courtroom. It comes from you guys. It comes from everyday people who see through the smoke and the mirrors, who see through the BS, who see through the fluff. It comes from the people who are tired of laughing at things as a means of a cover-up. I just want to take a second to highlight some of the people in the comments, because when I tell you, you guys read the room. You guys read the room and you said what needed to be said. This is culture shifting in real time. People are demanding that we stop protecting those in power. These powerful men, they're demanding that we stop covering for them, that we start protecting those without the power, those who have had their voices stripped away, those who feel as though they are trapped in an eternity. And so the question now becomes, where do we go from here? Because talking about it simply isn't enough. We need tools. We need truth. And one thing that we have to stop doing is making trauma a punchline. Everything is not funny. If you or someone you know is a victim of any type of abuse, coercion, or trafficking, know that you are believed. Know that it's not your fault. Know that you can get help. But most importantly, know that you're not alone. I will include some resources in the description of this video. Listen, I'm not here to cancel anybody, okay? The only thing I'm here to do is discuss accountability and hold people accountable. Because the truth of the matter is, if we don't do it, who will? Diddy is due back in court October 3rd for sentencing, and that's when the next chapter will begin. And it's important to stay informed. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about the outcome of the case? Do you think, based on the details provided in the case, that a deeper investigation on the death of Kim Porter should be performed? What can we as a community do to stop protecting those in positions of power and start empowering and protecting victims? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. My name is DJ the Singer, your cousin in music, Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you can be the first to be notified when I drop new videos. And while you're at it, go ahead and share this video with your social media circles. And let me know if you share this video so I can shout you out in the next video. Again, I'm trying to get my streams and my numbers up. Go ahead and pick the streaming platform of your choice. Stream my mixtape, Prelude. It Was What It Was, wherever you choose to listen to your music. Again, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not here to make the news, just report it. Again, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay far away from haters that make you itch.
I wonder if you think about, do you think about, baby, do you think about us? I just got